Okay, everybody, we're going to do a little bit of a podcast today. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about in this moment, but I thought I needed to produce something. I know that sounds crazy because I can really come up with a lot of conversation in a no plan. Oh, I'm on the fly anyway, but usually I have a kind of an inkling of what I'm going to produce. What really comes up for me right now is the funnel. The old ways of creating content was that you started a funnel. And so let me sit here and think for a moment about what a funnel is. So do you know what a funnel is? So you do it's like wide. So it's like wide at the top. So there's your people, but not everybody's a buyer. And buying can be liking, sharing, or sharing, or following your art, your work. But not everybody's that could be the buying up here, but down here, only certain people will spend the money on what you're selling. Now, with the way these new operators offer is just go get into the network. Boom. Boom. What does that mean? If you have 470,000 people, do you think that 100 people are going to buy whatever you're selling? You would think. Mona Van doesn't get any business off of what she sells. She has nobody liking her. So I don't know where this 470 people came from, but they're not real followers. So she's counting on showing off with this. She gets fake likes, fake follows, and fake views. Then she has a system of fake comments to get to 100 people buying her shit. That's illegal. That's not even business. That's manipulation. Because people are trusting. This is wearing on people's trust. So you're looking at 470,000 people as following this trash whore. They're not real followers, except for her elite crew. So she's only working off elite crew, not off real followers. But see, she has a dynasty of money that comes from her funnel, which is actually her mom and dad. And she's hoping that she's going to marry Gary Vee, and then she'll be set for life. This is what all of these bitches are up to. Now, they all operate in a funnel. So there's a bunch of girls up here at the top. They're all hot. They're all sexy. They're all seductive. They're all heaping pieces of shit. They're annoying as shit and they have no personality, but they have the ability to convince you that they're good people. And so you'll walk around with this energy in you that you've never felt before, as if you've never met someone like that before. But she's an actress. She's an Anne Hathaway. She's an Emily Blunt. She's a Julia Roberts. You don't think Julia Roberts always acted like the girl in Mystic Pizza, do you? Because these women only act like that when they're with their dude until they got the ring or the marriage or the child, and then they turn into control freaks. They call that the business. Then your business spirals to nothing. They suck the life out of you. And I don't mean literally, because you ain't getting laid. These are all lesbos. Competing against other women. It's all a mask in disguise because they want to be on the red carpets to ruin everyone else's lives, but they don't care about other people. So we've got her paying for 470,000 people. She's got a network of crew she's going to post specific kinds of content, which always gets more written ups with the verified accounts with romance and gossip, reality television shit, because they all go to parties together. So when Mona Van posts a piece of content, they all know to comment in the section to tell how in love they are. This is going to make me cry, said Melissa Wood. And so the trade is that I'll comment on your shit if you comment on my shit. And that's the funnel, because then you see those positive comments to where you then, at least 100 of you might get convinced that she's up to something. But you better be attractive if you're working with her platform, because you will be sliced and diced, especially on TikTok, if you do not look attractive, because that's not part of her brand. And they're all doing this. So now they've created fear-based work environment on TikTok. And I'm talking about big TikTokers to big TikTokers. So they're ruining people's relationships and they're ruining people's lives because they think they're better than everybody else, reminding you that she's Persian. But that's the funnel. Snag you a man, take his money, and try to create your business off of them. Politics plays a huge role in this because politics is knowingly if you're a Democrat, if you're an industry person, because they've been working us over for many, many years to overthrow Republicans. Because Republicans like law and order and Democrats want free sex. They'll tell you that Republicans don't pay their fair share. No, Democrats don't pay their fair share. Democrats are actually socialists and communists. And I don't even like to use the word communist because it just feels like it's ineffective in generating conversation over there to get you to think that I'm being serious. You as an audience don't really understand what communism is. It's like, it's Hitler. It's the same thing as a dictator, but it gets you to think a certain way. So I really kind of feel like a dictator is getting you to do something, whereas communism, you add in getting you to think a certain way. So in a lot of these German people did not want Hitler in office. He kicked out the last leader by an overthrow. And then the dictator Hitler forced people to hate Jews. He did it a little slowly. He did it with communism. He convinced these people that Hitler was charismatic. Same thing that Obama did to you all. The same thing that Mona Van is doing, but she's not very good at it. She tried her hardest. However, I literally blasted her fucking off. Like, that ain't gonna work. And I even scream at the top of my lungs, which is a demonstration of how she makes people feel. How you feel that because of her. Because she gives you that so that she can feel better about herself. Like she's not the only one feeling that. But she likes the agreement between you and her to feel like that too. That's like her saying, "Hi, how are you?" And you saying, "Hi, how are you?" And that gives her rocks off. But then you become the plug for her. You know what a plug is? And then you're happy. She's plugging into you. She's robbing you. You're listening intently. And then you leave depleted. This is called an energy vampire, but a whole new level. So everything Gary is saying is a bunch of garbage right now. I'm being very serious about this. As much as his work has helped me produce content, these whores have taken it to use it as Gestapo weaponry. Because they're not authentic. They're pretty privileged. So you're all trusting these whores and shit when they're just looking for money, dude. They're just looking for your money, your worship, your power, whatever that is. What in the hell was I really going to talk? Oh, I was going to talk about the funnel. You know, these people believe in bragging. You know, we see Mona Van all the time talking about her outfits, how much money she's getting. I mean, she doesn't literally say it, but she shows you the hotels she stays in. The lingerie outfits that she wears out in public is not normal. This is like a Wiccan cult. But the funny thing is that there's a bunch of cults out there. There's the actress. Then there's the content creator. There's even a podcast cult. There's the singers, the music industry. Then there's the wellness crew. And then there's a bunch of other little cults. You know, it's like cliques. And then every one of them will sit there and tell you equality and tranny and all this other bullshit, abortion. What Democrats do you need me to promote this time? They get their little orders. This is what you're going to produce. And then they have the expectation that we're that stupid. You have the expectation that we're that stupid. You really think that Ice Spice is worth watching, Obama? Then this is how you know, because Gary Vaynerchuk would never promote that shit. He's got Vayner Gallery or whatever the fuck that shit's called. A bunch of losers. Yeah, we're going to get you to say Ice Spice on your podcast a couple times. And so then he doesn't want to promote her. He doesn't promote her. He doesn't say I like her. You think he says he likes her. But all he says is, he says, I watch why corduroy is important. I watch why Ice Spice is important in culture, pop culture. I watch why Sexy Red is popular in culture. He doesn't say that he likes them. He doesn't say that they're talented. He's always neutral, but they try to play you in energy, in thoughts, through subliminals, to get you to think that he likes them. He doesn't like them. Gary Vaynerchuk has levels of like Denzel Washington's success, like sophistication. See, Denzel can take his energy all over the place because I think you were poor. I always like to use Denzel Washington as an example because he played in that movie where he was the FBI or the CIA agent, as well as Book of Eli. That's Denzel Washington. Glory is Denzel Washington. That's Denzel Washington. That's who he really is. But even him is being bombarded by this dumb shit. He's a very good friend of mine. He doesn't like Ice Spice. He doesn't believe in Ice Spice. He does not believe in Sexy Red. He knows that is very bad. He also knows that Shania Twain is very bad. And that's called equality. Because me and Denzel Washington are best friends. And I'm going to say, Denzel Washington, you're black. But then you will say that that's racism. And that's the crazy part. So when we look at funnels when it comes to black people, you separate yourself when you call yourself African, for one. You're not African American, you're just Black American. It actually, see, when you always call yourself Black American, your funnel is you're African. You're not from America then. Get the fuck out. You were born in America. You're generationally here. You cannot change the past. It's already happened. You did change the past to create a lot more drama than what actually happened. Al Sharpton, you can thank him for that shit. Letitia James, Fannie Willis, dumbass. These are examples of why you haven't succeeded and why Denzel Washington has succeeded. Why Oprah succeeded and why you little whore bitches didn't succeed. But see, Oprah Winfrey talks about race. It's kind of confusing because she kind of was working with, she got forced into talking in a certain way to fuel a Democratic agenda to become famous. But that's the Democrats that were up to that. Chicago, and Obama's from Chicago. And who do you think was giving Oprah a hard time from getting a job in Chicago as a reporter? Wasn't white men. It was a black man. It was a black woman. Because they don't want, this is the crazy part about all this. This is the same shit with white people. Oprah Winfrey's talented. She grew up in, really, I'll just say slums because it'll just paint the narrative quickly. So she's down here, but she does the work to bring here. She's like really learning lessons. She's here. She's like horrible shit's happened. She's building. This is what it looks like to be in a journey. To where she finally gets an opportunity. However, there's women like Melissa Wood and black men like Al Sharpton who are stopping her, just like me. But these are black people. Because they don't want you to be successful unless they're just as successful. And she only had Gayle King, but even Gayle King was jealous. And that's just the way it was and is. To the point of where we are now, to where this shit is absolutely out of fucking control. Because none of these people in my generation, especially women, have grown up. You're not grown-ups, you're children. The fact that I can make this, actually this content is really inappropriate. This content is absolutely inappropriate for me to tell Mona Van she's a fucking whore, that she's a fucking slut, that she's a piece of fucking shit. You think that's appropriate? It's true. But that's not diplomatic. That's not a leader. That's somebody who's literally fighting a Holocaust to a bunch of people whose hands are on their ears like this because you don't want to be bothered with it. Because you're what? Getting your rocks off about some fake ass democratic freedom? No, Republicans bring you safety. Right now what we have going on is a funnel of a bunch of party ass, drunk ass idiots. That's not democracy. That's not democracy what Letitia James is up to. That's called what we saw today, if you were watching my Twitter feed, of the Philadelphia lying. Tom Hanks' character was lost his job because he had AIDS. Not because he was a bad lawyer. Donald Trump lost the election for voter fraud. They wanted him gone from the day he went into office because when Donald Trump's in office, people are forced to behave. You can't go to prostitutes' houses without getting into trouble. You must do what the law says, not what you want. No more deals with Hollywood, Obama. That's why they don't like Donald Trump. So then the media doesn't like Donald Trump because there's not as much garbage to produce. There's not as much garbage media to fuel the minds. No more subliminal messages so that the people at the top can feel successful while you all head your way down to no success and the money's all up here. While they then try to terrorize the white man, where our borders are open. This is a funnel. And it's even a funnel. The funnel can go the other way too. So that's the beginning of the funnel, and then everything goes outward. So they can literally say lies upon lies upon lies. And then you'll just say, well, that sounds good. Because you're all like lazy. If you support Newsom, you're mentally ill. If you support Pelosi or Hillary Clinton, you've lost your mind. See, they painted a narrative around not really my personality anymore, because I don't really give a shit. I'm like literally, I think it's clear what I'm really actually up to. But they've definitely created a false narrative around who Donald Trump is. Why don't you like Donald Trump? Well, I just don't like him. He doesn't like women. Oh. Have you ever spoken to him in real life? Can you stop for a minute and actually watch what was being said to him in the audience by a bitch-ass millennial to instigate him at a podium when he's our president of the United States of America, to where we even watch a dumb-ass bitch interrupt his speech at a rally paid for by the Democrats to say, well, I just don't think that you're friendly to women. And then he starts talking because he's pissed off that this bitch has the fucking nerve. And then she's over there on the sideline going, ugh, ugh. And that's America. That's not collaboration. That's not cooperation. That's not communication. That's a bitch dictator. And that's the new female, because Hillary Clinton decided to castrate Bill Clinton. You heard what I said. The day that Hillary Clinton forced Bill Clinton, that's why he said that. He went on camera and said, I didn't have relations with that woman. Do you really think that was appropriate, Hillary Clinton? Or were you just ego fueling your own pussy? You should have seen his face. I still have, it's fucking weird because Bill Clinton's never done anything to me to sign for me that he's a Epstein Island. Not that I support your ass. The Hillary Clinton bitch is the real fucking problem. I could literally say, fuck off, Bill Clinton. See you later. I really honestly don't care as long as you share everything. Hey, you get some to give some, or whatever that shit is. And that bitch Hillary Clinton is one of the worst people that's ever walked this globe. And she's best friends with the worst people in the world. So if we can get some fucking information from somebody who literally is like doing his own thing, so be it. Maybe you'll even get a little revenge on your fucking whore wife that you fucking hate. I don't need your fucking praises, Bill. Move along. You ain't getting back in politics, though, I can tell you that much. You do have meetings with Obama as well. I know you have. I've seen them in photograph sessions. His daughter is a piece of shit, too. Anyways, where was I? That's the one thing that comes into play, though, with Bill, is that my mind gets sidetracked. Or maybe it's the whores. I'm not sure. I mean, shit, can we not just fucking get along? You do get that Obama has been the worst president in history. And he's supposedly black. Obama is the worst president in history. He's been running the country in the background all of Trump's 4 years. Undermining, that's treason, undermining our president. He could have made it out scot-free. And we would have just slowly repaired the damage that he'd done. But that wasn't enough for him to steal from all of us as American citizens. He wanted to overthrow the whole country and turn it into Muslim, where a bitch named Monavon gives away gift bags that are black. She doesn't fucking know Christmas, and now all of them are starting to put Christmas trees up with no ornaments. Breaking all American traditions so that she can look cool in her fucking fur coat while she proclaims it to be fucking fake. when it's actually real? While the Democrats host garbage meetings with garbage people like Catherine Jean-Pierre, what the fuck your fucking name is, where all you do the whole fucking time, every single day. Well, I can't answer that. I assure you everything's fine. I can't answer that. I assure you everything's fine. I assure you everything's fine. I assure you everything's fine. I assure you everything is not fine, you dumb cunt bitch. You're not even fucking American. Are you French? That name ain't American. So now we got a bunch of if you go take a look at the people in Congress right now, I want you, somebody, Matt, somebody, to take a look at how many foreigners, born foreigners, have been elected into Congress. And I'm going to let you know that that's why we're in this fucking mess too. Why nobody gets along. Because every country that these people were born in, that fucking energy is all up in their generational bullshit. They don't understand freedom. They don't understand democracy. So they're just trying to fucking create it into some new form of democracy so that they can look cool. I mean, even some of the worst pricks, are not as bad as that Omar bitch. She literally moves in her fucking clan into Minnesota to destroy this country. Taking our jobs, taking our money, paying her husband to do absolutely nothing so that she can end up like a fucking Michelle Obama. While she then stands on a podium and supports Palestine. I'm going to tell you, fuck Palestine. Isaac Herzog, fuck Palestine. You do know that they're getting one over on all you pieces of shit, right? That means that all of you who are supporting Palestine are Gestapo. Do I need to show you the Heil Hitler or the Taylor Swift or the Black Lives Matter symbol? Because that's Palestine. So I'm telling you right now, they ain't getting shit from me. I ain't getting no sympathy either, not even for the littlest baby. American kids, you've got the potential to go this far. You're lucky. You won the lottery. You were born on the land of the free. You're born on the land of the free. You want to understand that. Even if you were born in such and such, and you were moved here when you were 3, and then you were in the land of the free, you're a lucky son of a bitch. That's for fucking sure. But there's generational healing that has to exist for you to know how wonderful. And I'm not bragging. It's just the way it is. 3 years in horror. It's called, adversity to make you who you are so that you can be strong for America. Born in La La Land. I mean, seriously, I was born in Disney. I was born at Disney. That was what was beautiful about America. And we had a president who, well, I'll just say Bush, because I remember him, and Reagan, in a government system that protected us from the foreigners. But now our government doesn't protect us. They funnel them in to destroy our lives. I'm not really sure how you all cannot do something about this shit, Congress. How you're inviting foreigners at 70 and 50 and 40 and 30 who have all kinds of filth on them in mass quantities to destroy our Disneyland, our Disney World, while Bob Iger destroys us, who's now got a military defense contract? You all are fucking crazy. So you're going to make a Disney movie for kids, and then you're going to go do a military defense contract. Is that what you're fucking telling me? Are you really that fucking stupid? So all this shit is fucking connected. All this fucking shit is fucking connected. You ruined my life. I used to live in Disneyland, even in the worst fucking times with the worst piece of shits from foreign countries. I was living free because I had a government that supported me, protected me, and when Sandrine out of Virginia Beach tried to fucking destroy my fucking career, you better believe my ass was on you like white on rice, you cock bitch. That ain't fucking American to turn your back on a fucking American, bitch. And that's a Virginia blue state. And let's not forget about Colorado, another fucking blue state who's actually completely fucking racist. That whole state is fucking racist, you dumb Democrat fucks. Most of you are fucking racist. You just sugarcoat it by, I'm such a nice person. It's called judgment, but it's even worse and it's very far left. And now it's called inequality. So all you people out there spouting out that it's inequality, you're the problem. You don't create solutions, you create problems. All Democrats, everybody out there on the streets create problems. They don't find solutions. And that's the Democrat funnel. And you know me, I have to stop because we're at 32 minutes. And you know the shit last time took 24 hours to fucking download. So anyway, thanks for listening. You know me, I got lots more to talk about. I'm not sure why nothing is moving. How much longer are we going to sit here and allow the borders to be open for you to fucking judge people for producing unique content while whore slut pussies are saying impeach Trump? He ain't president, you dumb bitch. You're just gonna put a vagina on your head and say impeach Trump. Does that make any logical sense? How fucking embarrassing are you? Oh, because you want to go viral on TikTok or viral on Twitter? I mean, you're pathetic. You're not real women. You're not feminists. That is not, abortion chanters are not feminine. They're not feminists. Trannies are not women. They are men. Men cannot have an abortion, you psycho fucks. Unless you cut off somebody's balls. That's sick. You do know how important a set of balls are, right? No, you ain't getting that fucking information. You nasty. You ain't got no mental capability to be a person, you disgusting Biden. For you to allow, this is how you know he ain't president. He allowed a tranny with fake tits to take their shirt off and wave their tits around in front of people. He allowed that weird ass scary. It's not even that he was a tran. Those people are scary. Scaring our children so that they can be agenda correct for a small group of 1% to overthrow this nation. I'm talking about the military piece of shit bitch who's a guy. And then I'm talking about, I don't know what your name is, but you're pale as a ghost. To where now they're allowing mentally ill ogres to wear sweats to Congress because they're mentally ill. To where they will want you, Bud Light, to promote Dylan Mulvaney, a child predator. And that's where we are in this fucking country while you all walk around watching tits and pussy and bikinis as if that's normal. Mona Band. What kind of fucking name is that anyway? You're dumb as shit. You're ugly as shit. You're dumb. God, your content is shit. I can't wait to see what other kind of cock bitch shit you perform for New Year's. It's going to be a lie. It's going to be shit. You're a dumb bitch with nothing to offer anyone. And that's how you actually have to behave to someone like her. And just to let you know, I went and looked at her content this morning and she's shaking like a leaf. She's shaking like a fucking leaf. She's shaking like a leaf constantly everywhere she goes, folks. Because she knows she's a fucking lie. It ain't because of me, bitch. It's because everybody's looking at you thinking you're a piece of fucking shit. And we know you're a fucking liar. We know you're not a pharmacist. We know you're a bad person. We know you're not American. We know you lied about your age. And worst of all, we know that you're abusing Gary Vee. And then you're laughing about it. So you better believe that I'll be on your fucking platform pushing every piece of content to tell people who you're being for 44 million people who are out to create a life for themselves so that you can parade your pussy ass bitch in front of their faces and make them jealous. And I'm a lot stronger than I was last month. And this shit feels fucking good. So that being said, I'm already too late. 36, 22. I'm like really too far and this can take forever to download this. But thanks for watching. I didn't want to leave you with me screaming in your face. That's reactions to her. That's how people feel inside, but they're suppressed. They can't express it because you all live in a land of, what is it called where you're like handshaking and conformity? But it's way more complicated than just conforming. It's like knowing how to behave in public with someone who doesn't know how to behave in public. And that's called Gestapo.